burn yourself.
No one back home will ever believe this.
A wave of sick familiarity radiates from one barrel amidst the cargo. Tadpoles, sleeping and scarcely aware, but echoing yours 100-fold.
Look at them all. Enough to infect an entire army.
A pattern of blank minds newly born. They carry only a bare shred of memory, inherited from something older. A sleep of centuries. The birth and destruction of a settlement above forming only background noise to the dream. Until something descended down into the darkness, and the dreamer awoke.
These tadpoles came from beneath the tower. If we use them, we'll deny the cultists of their power.
Don't waste a step.
Keep your distance, darling. What happened?
Parasite. Take it. It might be useful.
At least things have stayed interesting. If not over, then through. Something good here, I hope.
Copper for your thoughts? Like I got something back. Something I've wanted for a really long time. When I touched you, I felt like a real person. My heart was racing, but I didn't hurt you. I don't have to be afraid of myself anymore. I don't have to hold back. Not sure the world's ready for unleashed Karlach, but it's getting it anyway. Thanks to Dammon. Thanks to you. Thanks to fate. Ugh, I don't want to think about that now. Misery always overstays its welcome, and joy leaves too soon. I'll cry later, but not now. Touch! Touch everything! Touch everyone that'll let me. Shake hands, dance a waltz, maybe even kiss a face or two if I find a good candidate. The world's my funhouse. Me too, soldier. Gods, me too. For every knock we take, I feel like I get a little treat just to keep me going. Soldier? You saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she can crush your spirit while she's at it. I knew never to let my guard down around her. She always made me laugh, even when I least wanted to. If she'd been completely different from who she was, we might have been real friends. Thank the gods. And I do, every day. Copper for your thoughts? Oh, come on. You don't mean that. Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
It does not compare with the comforts of home, but your camp is almost palatial in comparison to my previous accommodation. Thank you for allowing me to come here, and for bringing me back to myself. Each memory that returns to me is more disturbing than the last. The things that I did in the name of the Absolute. The things that were done to me. They broke my mind. Precisely. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control them, we will never be safe. We must eradicate them, starting with General Thorm. I mean Ketheric. My deference to him is a habit that will die hard, I fear. Not only this battle, but all that come after. Swear that you will keep me close. Until the Absolute is dead, at least. Thank you. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met, but I could see nothing clearly. Now, thanks to the prism, the Absolute does not cloud my thoughts at all. I see that together, we can have our vengeance on those who infected us. Rest well, and keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, we go to war with the cult of the Absolute. Excellent. Let us teach the cult to fear us.
No time to rest.
You wish to consult me? A mistake. I am your most valuable asset. When you realize your mistake, I will be ready to join you again.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt. This soul awaits thy command.
Thou walkest alone. On all these harsh nights, thou hast sought no company. Love is no domain of mine, but it is often cited as the purpose of mortal life. Wherefore turnst thou from it? And thus thou art alone. Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead? As thou desire.
Watch your back.
Is that blood? No, never mind. looking ahead?
Minthara's something of a closed book, but I suspect a heart of gold lurks beneath that stern countenance. Once she gets to know me, I'm sure she'll open up. She's just waiting for someone ready to listen. Alas, no. The charm Elminster granted me requires my death as the spark that will light the orb's fuse. Making myself invulnerable, immortal, or in any other fashion unkillable would render it useless. And gods only know what it might do to the orb itself. Still, I see no harm in learning what we can about this night song. And if we manage to find it, the harm will be all Ketheric's. So, well worth indulging our curiosity.
Have to keep going.
In my years as the Blade, I've witnessed countless cruelties, faced unimaginable evil. But Thorm, he is made of pure hate. The Sword Coast will rejoice when the bastard's fallen. My father is somewhere in this tower. I won't leave him in Thorm's hands. And lest we forget, we've a devil to rescue. 2 missions, 1 destination. Not in a mere prison cell, certainly. My guess, Thorm will have confined him in the bowels of the tower. The deeper we dig, the closer we get.
The Drow is unpredictable, uncompromising. I respect her almost as much as I distrust her. Once again, your mind opens to Lae'zel, and she considers the disc. More writings on Orpheus, the so-called Prince of the Comet. The Prince of the Comet, Part 3. The histories tell us that Commander Voss, Gestil Kithrak, pierced Prince Orpheus clean through with his sword of silver, that his flesh was torn and fed to the great red dragon of Felaman. Vlaakith's faithful roar out this tale, but beneath the roars, we hear whispers carrying truth and prophecy. The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from Vlaakith's tyranny. Praise be to Mother Gith, Queen of the One Sky. Praise be to your son, Orpheus, the true heir, Prince of the Comet. This is more than a fable. It's an affront to the undying Queen Vlaakith. Gith's son died to Voss's blade. Orpheus is no more. It is not just improbable, it is impossible. Kithrak Voss and his red dragon slayed the fell prince. You could no more resurrect him than you could glue together the pile of ashes he became. My Vash taught that the silver bells of Vlaakith's court still ring out before every hunt in celebration of the prince's defeat. As a child, I longed to hear them for myself, and sing in praises to the deathless queen and her Kithraki. Tiamat's emissary. It was he who carried word that Mother Gith had negotiated the gift of the dragons, and that Vlaakith I would preside as Queen of the Githyanki. Felaman remains the Queen's consort to this day, as endless as the empire he now serves. Anything more?
doesn't seem long ago that Minthara would have sought to kill us, and now we've welcomed her along. We're nothing if not magnanimous. He's trouble. Worse, he's a traitor. Whatever loyalty he had towards Lady Shah is long gone. It would please her greatly to see him meet his long overdue end, I'll wager.
I want to be clear. Letting Minthara tag along with us was your idea, so if you wake up with a dagger to your throat, that's on you. I hope so. Otherwise, we may all be killed in our beds. Cazador, sired 7 spawn. Me and my 6 brothers and sisters. He always insisted we were a family, even when he was carving scars into our flesh. I was one of his first. Some of the others came years later. He was a monster to us all, but did take special pleasure in my pain. He said my screams sounded sweetest. And now that I'm gone, I don't know. I pity the other 6. It's not a plan yet. More a feeling. Just an itch at the back of my mind. But I know I'm missing something. Whatever Cazador did to me, it was more than his usual sadism. It had purpose. Once I know what that purpose was, maybe a plan will present itself. But for now, I just need to scratch this itch.
Scurry on now. I admire your ability to graciously suffer the frustration of your desires. All I wanted was a bit of hay, a good brushing, and a clean stall. The simple life. Is that so much to ask?
Time to kill.
Blood comes easy these days. I don't think I'll ever look at an ox quite the same.
Ugh. Just when I think I've seen it all.
Another step forward.
Nowhere safe from this damned absolute. Nor from shape-shifting cow blob things, though you made short enough work of that one. Glad you handled it before it handled me. If you need something sharp, I have a few things left.
Watch your back.
God's blood, this is heavy.
Quick step.
It's for a good cause.
Onward in her name.
Should mind my
Aye.
step.
Our asses.
Don't touch me. Trust no one. Over here.
Need to keep going.
I've got a long road ahead. Still breathing, despite everything. How much farther can I go? No one's stopped me yet. With haste.
Go.
I'll take this way.
Chihiro wants to know about supplies when we make it home. Burning through our oil. She'll just about do.
Just about.
Just about. We shouldn't hang around too long, though.
One step at a time.
I wonder what the next move is.
Let's move. Very well. path lies before me.
The Absolute's war drums beat loud in your chest. How may I serve? Took a liking to you, did she? Watch yourself. She breaks her toys once she's done with them. Slaughter well, true soul.
What now? Careful, I bite.
Let's get going.
No time to dally.
Just focus on the glory to come, yeah? Absolute's picking a fight with the whole damn coast.
Bloody kill them! What now? Are we next?
Not if you keep them lips clubbed together.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
On my way.
Winged brother took my meat. They sleep and steal. Waste.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Well, hello.
There's no time to waste.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have. Breathe deep and move.
Ever at your service. An honor, true soul.
Let's see what this does.
Tremors. Like a...
Welcome back, true soul. Come back anytime.
All right. What now?
Saving there.
Watch the shadows.
What am I to do?
Tread carefully.
to do, moving in.
How delicious.
Can't give up now. Time to press ahead.
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt. Thou art the master, so it shall be.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Can't slow down.
You wish to consult me? Good. I do not like to stand idle. You wish to consult me? I was the Absolute's dagger. I remember every throat that it held me to, and every drop of blood it forced me to spill. I take no responsibility for the lives I took. I did nothing in the Absolute's name. I was merely a weapon that it wielded. I would rather die than endure it again. The tadpole, the Absolute. They work together like a drug. I did not feel I was compelled to act against my will. I felt ecstatic to serve. Every action seemed a deliberate choice. The best choice, even though I could no more have resisted its commands than flesh can resist decay. Even rational minds like ours cannot reject such a powerful influence. The Absolute can make the impossible seem inevitable. I fought at his side once, shortly after my conversion. Before the battle, he was everything a general should be. A charismatic leader with a brilliant strategic mind. And when the fighting began, he led his troops from the front and cut through the enemy like a scythe through stalks. Blows and arrows rained down on him, and before long, his face was a mask of blood. But he did not fall. He did not even falter. When we won the day, Ketheric's armor was bent and shattered, but his flesh was unmarked. I have lived long enough to know that few things are impossible in this world. Oh, Ketheric's power is a rare thing, though. I have never seen its like. There is a connection to this night song of Balthazar's, whatever or whoever it might be. We must find it and destroy it. I took up my oath long ago, when I swore bloody vengeance against any who defied Lolth. Now, I myself have sinned against the Spider Queen. Though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve the Absolute. It is not noble, it is necessary. If we do not destroy the cultists, they will destroy everything. We are all that stands between this world and annihilation. If it is for the best.
Keep a blade close.
Awaiting orders.
Someone there?
What's next?
At the ready.
In your name.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Yes.
Never a dull moment.
You need my expertise.
How delicious.
There is work to do.
These boots have seen everything.
Good evening. I'm here on behalf of Gale of Waterdeep. He wishes to extend you an invitation for a private conversation in a more suitable locale. A shame. He will be most disappointed, I fear.
Hello, my dear. Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special. I guess I'll spend my evening. It sounds.
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt. This soul awaits thy command.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. Time to press ahead.
No one stopped me yet. Best be on my way.
And these things have stayed interesting. Never wanted the easy path.
At your command. I am listening.
On my way.
Looking ahead. Swift as my feet can carry me.
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt. Thou art the master.
This vessel is at thine disposal. Do what thou wilt. This soul awaits thy command.
Never a dull moment. Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
already. At least things have stayed interesting. Looking ahead.
Let's move.
This vessel is at thine disposal. Thou art the master.
Need to find a way forward.
What can I do for you, my friend? Hello, my dear. Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on. Someone there?
Fresh orders?
Still alive, so that's progress. Let's get going. Never wanted the easy path.
Watch your back.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Our enemies still draw breath.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Light on my feet.
It's risky to enter Moonrise with an unwelcome companion. You can pass as a true soul, but they cannot. Be sure to keep them close. so you can speak on their behalf if the cultists ask too many questions. Steel yourself and venture forth.
Quiet! Both of you. This drawing.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have. Moving ahead. No time to rest.
Let me guess. The Absolute is the only way. Don't bother.
Your conversation has been cut short. These prisoners are for Disciple Balthazar's attention only. Your association with Disciple Balthazar inspires respect and a touch of fear. You are free to speak to the prisoners.
You want to help? The gnomes couple cells down are up to something, and we're in. I can't read bloody minds. Go on, before someone sees.
I'll get us out of here, Cal. Even if I need to kill every bastard in this hell's pit.
I know. And I'll be right alongside you if it comes to that.
You ordered that guard about as if you were the Absolute herself. What do you want with us, exactly? Huh. And why would you be so inclined? Barkus is out here? Didn't think he had the stones. Well, if he sent you, you're no slave to the Absolute. You're a damn wolf among sheep, aren't you? I reckon you and I were meant to meet. I'm Wilburn. We've got a plan. For us and the Tieflings both. But we're scuppered without the right equipment. We need tools. That head case of a warden robbed ours, but anything that breaks rock will do. Even if it's not Iron Hand quality. Whatever you find, throw it through the bars. But for the love of Gerdel, make sure a guard doesn't see you. Or we're both done for.
The stone. I feel it. Hollow behind the back.
being arrested for assault. Judging by the look on this guard's face, you're getting off lightly.
Ready for battle. On your command. By my oath.
Where do I go from here?
Unleash me.
Well, so much for peace.
Can't give up. Heading there.
There's blood in the air.
Can't give up now.
Can't afford to stay idle. Onward.
Who's next?
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
What now?
What to do?
Our enemies are everywhere.
All right. What now? One day I'll catch a break.
You spark of the familiar. Do I know you, true soul? Perhaps not. Your face is rather bland. Regardless, know this. I am the warden. The prisoners are my charges, and I answer to Disciple Balthazar himself. Stay on my good side. My, they are letting all sorts become a true soul these days. He is chief advisor to General Ketherick, and one of the Absolute's favored. His necromancy is second only to the General's. It is an honor to serve him. He sounds important, and I'm afraid the mere dregs are the only ones left in my care. Indeed. But all are kept out of reach and under constant surveillance in the office above. Prison security is my highest priority.
Reporting. Forward.
witnessed assaulting someone.
What's the plan?
Let me strike.
Shall we dance?
Got to concentrate.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Can't afford to let up.
Hungry for the slaughter.
Let's end this.
Yes. I thirst for combat. Understood.
Shall we cut and run?
Still breathing, despite everything. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Hmm? Advance.
There better be a soft bedroll in my near future.
Mine.
Well, hello. Let's crack it open.
Never a dull moment.
Your feet fly fast, my friend. Any luck with those tools? Blessed Gerdul, I thought I'd never see it again. Thank you. The plan is to wait for a quiet moment, then bust out the back wall. We'll grab the tieflings along the way. We'll need them if it comes to a fight. You, however, are the clincher. Once we move, keep the patrols busy. If the bastards spot us, all of bloody Moonrise will come down on us. We'll move once it's quiet. Until then, be ready. This is it! Boat's good to go. All that's left is to ship off. My plan for now is to hide out on the water. Unless you have a better idea. Something survived in this hellscape. You should have led with that. See you there.
That's curious. That's curious.
Let's have a look. Seems simple enough.
Enough sitting around. Let's go hurt someone. I was trying to concentrate.
You can see me?
Now what?
Hush. Cunning. this.
I can be subtle sometimes.
What comes now?
Let's have some fun. This will do nicely.
My victims await.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Your command, Lila Lurl.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Moving in.
That might be worth a look.
What the hells is this place?
An Illithid oubliette. Right beneath the towers. A colony must be close. That must be where the tadpoles are coming from.
What's hiding here?
There can be no respite.
At least things have stayed interesting. These boots have seen everything.
The stink of that place might never wash out.
How's the barricade coming along? It ain't pretty, but it can take a beating. It'll need to. Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness forever.